Okay, baby. Everyone in America, the United States, and Canada. It's Clark the Shark, and I want to apologize to the Edmonton Oilers on behalf of Florida Panthers. I honestly thought the Oilers were going to win the cup, you guys, before it began, and I thought it would be rather easy, like 4-1, maybe 4-0. Even I, Clark the Shark, way underestimated the Florida Panthers. And honestly, you guys, on paper, if this was river hockey on some random ice in like Toronto or Newmarket or Minnesota or Wisconsin or Winnipeg, I think the Edmonton Oilers guys would beat the shit out of the Panthers team every time. I mean, I do. There's a lot of people like, no, Sharky, not even on a river, not even on a frozen lake. Who do the Panthers got, you guys? Sam Bennett, Reinhardt. This ghost is like, Shark, those are good guys, and you got candy for me. You guys, I got candy, and the ghosts are like, Sharky, please give us candy. I'm here to talk about the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, you guys. Bennett, Reinhardt. Pretty good players, dude, but these guys aren't McDavid and Draisaitl. You guys, when they lost Zach Hyman, the Oilers, that guy got injured. I don't think he ever played one game in the finals. It only goes to show you with certain things like medical procedures, if one stitch goes wrong, kind of like this thing on my wrist. Oh, I mean, dude, look at this fucking skin cancer, you guys. But Ghost is like, Shark, I don't give a shit about. I don't care right now, Sharky, about the Oilers or the Panthers. I want your candy. Oh, look what I got, Ghosty. Well, look what I looky here. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show, 1-800-449-8255, where I'm entertaining specters. And they're like, Shark, we see that candy. We see it. Oh, dude, look at them. I scream for ice cream. You guys remember that song? Oh, dude, look at him. So, Sharky, I'm going to get real small. It's weird, you guys. They get small. They get... Here, dude. There you go, you guys. Dive bomb it. Like kamikaze. They dive bomb the candy, you guys. Now, you guys are looking for scientific proof. Science. You know how the liberals are always like, Sharky, you got to follow the science. And there's no such thing as ghosts, Shark. There are no ghosts. There is no nothing going for that candy. It's an illusion. Like, Ghosty, you on the couch? You want to reach for that candy? You want to prove the naysayers wrong? So, Sharky, I might, but right now, these pillows are all messed up, and I can't lay on the couch because you got candy over there, and, like, it's, just, Sharky, you got me all discombobulated. See, look at this one. He's like, Sharky, for the love of... Here, dude. You want coffee to go with that, Reese's? Here, get in there, dude, and take a drink of that bad boy. Dude, he will get in. Get in there, dude. Look at him. Eyes. Face down. Face up. Face up, looking at me. It's like, Sharky, don't drink it. I want it. when he gets energy, you guys. Knees bent, making himself small, literally swimming in my coffee, you guys. Eyeballs, his body down. He's drinking it. You can see him drinking it. He's down. Look at that, you guys. So Sharky, all day long I've been out here. No coffee, no candy, nothing. Look at him, head in the cup. The best part of waking up is sticking my head in Sharky's cup. Here, dude. Stick your head in there, get some caffeine. He's like, Sharky, I look at you evil. I did not like that song. He's like, bah, humbug, Sharky. I'll slap you. People don't realize how small a ghost can get, you guys, and how small they gotta get. They shrink themselves down. It's something we humans can't do. I can't shrink myself down to the size of a cup, you guys, and get into a cup for the best part of waking up. I can't do it, but this ghosty can. So Shark, I can do a lot of things. Put my head in that cup. Now look at his eyes. Look at his body now. Knees bent, facing the coffee. And his face is in the coffee. And he drinks it and it disappears, you guys. Next time I get sick, I'll spit into a bowl and show you how he jumps for joy at germs. You know, when I got COVID or the flu or RSV, he makes a statement that it was him, you guys, that brought me the little DNA that threaded. Remember that? The ribosomes? He's like, you think God did that, Sharky? I did that. Now I had some coffee. Now I want some Reese's, Sharky. Well, dude, he's still feeling the coffee, you guys. He's looking at me face up. Okay, see his eyes look at me face up? He don't trust me. And he's also mad that I drank a lot of it. See him looking at me. Sharky, that coffee was for me. I'm like, no, my friend. I made this coffee for me. So Sharky, I'll take your Reese's. Dude, Reese's coffee, whatever. But anyway, you guys, I'm talking about the Stanley Cup. Bobrovsky, that could be the reason why they won, dude. Good goalie. But really, honestly, you guys, the Florida Panthers, the coach, Paul Maurice, is probably the real reason. You guys could stick any players. You could take the Los Angeles Kings or the Winnipeg Jets or Dallas Stars or the San Diego Nerfs. I don't even know if there is a San Diego Nerfs. But you could take any NHL team, you guys, and have Paul Maurice coach it. And he'll turn the players into Sam Bennett, Reinhart, Barkov, Bobrovsky. Dude, he will. Right now, the Oilers are like, but we got Draisaitl, AI, and we got McDumbass. What's wrong with us? Well, I'm going to tell you Oilers right now. Look at this ghost. He's like, Shark, I want to chime in. Hold on. I'm going to tell you a thing or two about the Oilers. They blew it, Sharky. I'm like, Ghosty, I was going to say that too. Because this was their last chance with McDavid. 2024-2025 Stanley Cup Finals. Had they won the Cup, I think McDavid stays. But now that they lost and they signed Draisaitl to that mammoth contract, they don't have any money for both Draisaitl, all those other guys, and McDavid. So McDavid's gone, you guys. So you're like, Sharky, where will McDavid go? This ghost is like, Sharky, I think I know where. And I'm like, okay, Ghost, you're so smart. You drink coffee. Where's he going? Ghost is like, hold on, Shark. I've had enough coffee. We'll take a Reese's then, bro. He's like, Sharky, there are 2 places McDavid is going, and only 2. The LA Kings, that's 1, and the Florida Panthers, that's 2. You guys remember Kevin Durant. He went to the Warriors, and he won a couple of NBA championships. But right now they are tainted, and people say, oh, Kevin Durant, he's playing with Steph Curry. That was stupid. Those aren't real titles. So Kevin Durant is kind of like Roger Maris to, or Pete Rose to absolute sticklers who are purists for stats. They're like, he's never won a title still, Shark. He won 2 or something like that with Steph Curry and the Golden State, the GS Warriors. Ghost is like, Shark, those are championships. They are. And I'm like, no, not really. I kind of agree with the purists or whoever. Kevin Durant ain't won anything, you guys. Nothing. So let's say Connor McDumbass goes to the Florida Panthers, which I think there's a damn good chance he will. Come this September, this October, opening night, NHL 2026 season, there's a good chance he's going to be a Florida Panther. And this Ghost is like, Sharky, I'm laying on this blue thing, real small. Me and this Ghost agree, you guys. We've been thinking about this. We've been talking about it. And Connor McDumbass will probably be a Florida Panther. He'll probably win 3 Stanley Cups, 4 Stanley Cups with Paul Maurice. It doesn't matter who the Panthers give up for McDumbass. Now, the rumor is Barkov, or something like that. I don't think that's a good switch. I think they can still win titles the hard way with guys like Barkov, Reinhardt, Bobrovsky, all those guys. Kachuk, the goon. But, dude, it's like shave and haircut, 2 bits. Even the smartest NHL teams can't resist Connor McDumbass coming over and playing. And who would the Florida Panthers give up to get McDumbass? I don't know, dude. They'd be very careful about giving up Barkov or Reinhardt or, I'm not sure what the contract status or situation is about Sam Bennett. And, I doubt they could give him up. He's in a similar situation. He's got to re-sign. And I'm a little side note here. If I were the Panthers, I would re-sign Marchand, even though the guy is 48 years old. Motherfucker can still skate. Did you see those goals where he jumped around the Oilers like they were, oil in the road or something, dude? He just fucking went right by them and scored goals that looked like Ovi or, Yeah, dude, this Ghost is like, yeah, those were like Ovechkin goals that Marchie was scoring right here on the Clark the Shit Show. I don't do a lot of NHL hockey, you guys, but I definitely, you guys, see Connor McDumbass leaving the Oilers this season. And so does this Ghost. He sees it, I see it. That's 2 people or 2 entities, 2 beings in the universe, you guys. Now, let's say the Oilers play a whole season with McDumbass. He becomes a free agent next summer, and they get nothing. 0. So you guys think, honestly, the Edmonton Oilers would do that? That they would risk getting absolutely nothing for Connor McDumbass and his wife? I don't, you guys. I think they're going to trade him this summer, August 8th, and it's going to be a Wayne Gretzky style massive trade. Now, I just laid out where I think he really is going, and that's the Florida Panthers, because that team cares about winning cups. And with Paul Maurice as your coach, you could have fucking Drew Doughty or Corey Perry on the team. You could have really lame-ass douchebags like Connor Bedard on the fucking team, and it would still win a cup because that coach is so good, dude. He's got 2 Stanley Cups, you guys. Not 1, 2. So it doesn't matter, dude. You could have Kopitar, or you could have, who's the dumbass, Matt Rempe. You could have him, Kopitar, and any guy that's 44 years old on the team and still win lots of cups. As a matter of fact, half your fucking team could be 43. And if Paul Maurice is your coach, this guy knows how to grind the neutral zone, shut down teams trying to get into your zone like no man can. I'm talking defensive neutral zone traps and offensive neutral zone flow. He can take shitty, non-agile forwards and turn them into forechecking fucking beasts up front, digging around your goalie for that puck. Dump and grind hockey from, like the Philadelphia Flyers played in 1975. That's this coach. He knows how to grind your forwards in there, get the puck, get turnovers. Oh, you saw how the Oilers were just coughing up. They couldn't even get anything going in their own end to start to build. Kind of like this ghost. He's building at my coffee. He's like, Shark, I need your coffee before I can get to those Reese's. But, yeah, dude, it's the coach, Paul Maurice. Great coach. Matter of fact, he could be the Oilers coach, but the Oilers would probably get rid of him. Like Draisaitl and McDumbass would be like, we just want to score goals. We don't want to play no defense. They'd be like Kachuk and just fucking leave. If you want to win a Stanley Cup in the NHL, you got to fucking play defense. Limit shots on your net. Keep all the shots to the outside at angles like the Florida Panthers do. And then if you do get any good look at that net, you got fucking Bobrovsky to deal with. Oh, dude. You talk about a great coach with a great strategy. Did you see McDumbass and Draisaitl, AI, trying to fucking score on Bobrovsky? They couldn't get any looks at this guy. When they did, he would stop it, or they would just get junk that hit the side of the net, or they just got snuffed out in front. And not just them, the whole Oilers team was just stymied, especially in games 5 and 6. The one where the Edmonton Oilers really laid an egg at home, game 5. I couldn't believe that, you guys. The way the Florida Panthers go into one of the toughest buildings in the NHL and just shut down the Oilers in every game. I mean, dude, it is not easy to shut down McDumbass and Draisaitl and all those other guys. Bouchard. Dude, Edmonton it wasn't just those 2 guys. They had a great team. They had a pretty deep team. You can say what you want about Nurse and, a lot of those guys, but probably their bad luck charm they had around their neck and didn't even know it, or maybe they did, was Corey Perry, because that guy's just a fucking perennial complete loser. Even though he won a cup in Anaheim 50 years ago. I remember that one too, right here on the Clark the Shit Show. But I'm talking NHL hockey. And the ghost is actually like, Sharky, I'm bored. I don't like hockey. I want your coffee. I want the Reese's. I'm like, no, Ghosty, you're gonna hear some hockey today. That's what you're getting. It's like, Shark, I made myself small. You have a blue magnet. You guys, this little towel is a magnet. It's copper. This little blue, it's a special kind of towel. And I just realized now that's why the little ghost made himself small. He's very comfy on that copper towel. A little, the coffee's there. Look at him. He's like, Sharky, I'm electricity. I'm happy that you got this little copper towel. Look at him. But I'm talking about McDumbass, and let's say the Panthers don't get McDumbass this summer, but they do sign Sam Bennett and all those other guys. Who's the other guy they got to sign? Well, Bennett's the main one, but they really should sign Marchand. I think they should, because the guy, even though he's like 40, he's really good. Now, let's say Marchand goes to the Leafs, the perennial losers. And let's say the Toronto Maple Leafs give up a ton of fucking money to get Marchand or some other NHL team. Dude, Marchand functioned because of Paul Maurice. If you put Marchand on any other team in the NHL, it's not going to be like the Florida Panthers. Maybe he'll hustle. He'll get up there and score some incredible killer goals with some awesome moves. Like Ovechkin, where he's falling down, he's laying on his back, and his stick at the last second touches the puck and it just barely slides over the goal line kind of goals. Marchand, he can do that. But will he win a cup with the Leafs? No. Dude, you could stick Wayne fucking Gretzky's ghost at age 23 on the Leafs. It's not going to matter. There's just something bad luck about that team. And I'm not just talking about them. A lot of other teams around the league. Marchand, if Marchand played for the LA Kings, it's not going to make that much difference. I mean, it might be marginally better. But a guy like him who really gets up there and grinds, forechecking kind of guy, or, scoring incredible goals, or very fast, speedy kind of guy, he also got to get back and play a 200-foot game for Paul Maurice. Now, a little side note here. Chucky of the Panthers was on Calgary Flames. That's how they say it in Canada. There's only 3 Canadian words. Haute, get the puck out to the zone, eh? Montreal Canadien, and Calgary. Now, Calgary, of course, had Chucky, and Daryl Sutter was the coach. Now, Daryl Sutter's a good coach, you guys, but he's kind of a mean douchebag. He's kind of like Clark the Shark. People look at the ghost. He's like, yeah, you just hit it there, buddy. I'm probably not as bad as Daryl Sutter, but people say on the plane, at Starbucks or in the parking lot, like Drew Doughty will see Daryl Sutter and he'll walk by and go, Drew, pick up your wrapper, put it in the trash. Like, he won't say, hey, Drew. Like who else said this? Like Tyler Toffoli was like in the parking lot at El Segundo ice rink. And then Daryl Sutter walks by and goes, don't eat junk food, and walks away. That's all he said. He didn't say, hi, Tyler. That's Daryl Sutter, you guys. Like, I catch you eating McDonald's, you're getting fined. Look at the ghost. He's like, Sharky, I catch you filming other ghosts here on your YouTube channel, you're getting fined. I'm like, Ghosty, I got coffee and Reese's for you. The ghost is laying on my copper towel. He will not get off that copper towel, you guys. He made himself small. He's laying on a fork. He's got a fork up his ass. Look at this shit. He don't care. He's like, Sharky, I don't give a shit if you got a fork. I'll put that fork like that. He'll still lay on it. right his back. Look at him on a copper towel here on the Clark the Shit Show. But anyway, you guys, I gave you my lowdown on could Connor McDumbass go to the Florida Panthers, wipe out the team's salary cap, and they still win cups. Yeah, they got Paul Maurice. So you could put Pee Wee Herman on the Florida Panthers or Richard Simmons at center. It doesn't matter. They have Paul Maurice. So you could even have Connor McDumbass cherry picking and getting out of position all the time, never getting back on defense. And you're still going to win a cup because you got Paul Maurice. You could even have a fucking schmuck like Marchie running down the ice, falling down and scoring goals on his back like Ovi. You got Paul Maurice, you got a good coach. That's like fucking having Daryl Sutter as your coach in the Stanley Cup Finals. You're going to win. But anyway, I want to talk to teams around the NHL. Don't listen to Chucky, the guy that left the Calgary Flames and went to Florida and won 2 cups with Paul Maurice. Because Paul Maurice is just a different version of Daryl Sutter, yet very much the same strategy. Lots of defense, lots of goaltending, lots of keeping the puck to the outside, low quality shots. And if you do get a good one, you got a great goalie like Jonathan Quick, like Bobrovsky, not like Skinner with the Oilers or Pickard. And I'm not fucking talking like that right here on the Clark the Shit Show because I know what I'm talking about. If you want a coach that clogs the neutral zone, both ways, defensive neutral zone, offensive neutral zone, who really mucks it up in the other team's end and puts a lot of pucks over on that side of the ice where the 200-foot game is really nullified. You cannot get any offense started against Paul Maurice and or Daryl Sutter. So right now, NHL teams, Seattle Kraken, Carolina Hurricanes. Let me see. What's the team in Columbus Blue Jackets? I don't care what NHL team, Winnipeg Jets. If you want to win a Stanley Cup or come close, I'm going to give you a little secret of a coach that is available right now. Though he is kind of an asshole and he's a dick and he's a real jerk. You may not want to say hi to him at Starbucks or on the Learjet or at McDonald's. As a matter of fact, if you ever see Daryl Sutter, don't say hi to him. But if you want to win a Stanley Cup, shut the fuck up and do what this coach says. I'm talking to some NHL team right now. If you want a sneaky hack, a sneaky trick to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, hire Daryl Sutter. You might have a guy like Chucky and get eliminated in the first or second round. It can happen. This guy doesn't always win cups. Matter of fact, this guy doesn't always even make the playoffs. Ask the LA Kings. Just ask them, and they will tell you. Or you can even ask this ghost. This ghost that lays on a fork, on a copper towel. He'll tell you, you guys. I'm going to tell a team right now that came close. The Carolina Hurricanes. You guys got beat 4-1, I think, by the Florida Panthers. You guys should hire Daryl Sutter. I'm just saying. And next season, you might get past the Florida Panthers to the Stanley Cup Finals. I doubt it, you guys. I think Paul Maurice is an even better coach. He's like a nice, kind, gentle version of Daryl Sutter. But he'll swear at you and yell at you, and he might even get Chucky sad. You know, dude, he will, dude. He'll do Daryl Sutter things if he has to. And me, Clark the Shark, I'm going to swear at this ghost if he doesn't get off the... Dude, he's on this fucking fork. I feel bad for him. This copper, you guys. This little copper. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's the Copper Top song. Duracell. Look at him, dude. He's like, Sharky, I'm loving it. Oh, he got bigger. He's like, Sharky, I still like the copper. He's like, I'm here by the Reese's, your coffee, the copper. So I'm not moving from this area, Sharky. I like your story about NHL, Florida Panthers. It's like, yeah, Shark, look at him. Get right in my face. It's like, gosh, Shark, I love it. I like hockey. This ghost likes hockey, you guys. But anyway, Connor McDumbass. Will he go to the Florida Panthers? I think there's a chance, you guys, but they, would have to give up draft picks, Barkov or, Bennett or Reinhardt or I don't know, Bobrovsky maybe, to get Connor McDumbass. There's good and bad reasons. For both or neither. I think it doesn't matter because you got a good coach, and whether you have Connor McDumbass on your team or not, you're always going to be right around the Stanley Cup if you have a good coach like Paul Maurice. You will. It's like having Daryl Sutter, but a nice, friendly, kinder version of Daryl Sutter. Here on the Clark the Shit Show. But now also the other destination for McDumbass could be, I'm going to not really shock a lot of people here, you guys. This is pretty much common knowledge, no big deal. The LA Kings. Of course, now for a different reason. Look at the ghost. He's like, yeah, Sharky, you said it. Now, okay, so you heard my Florida Panthers story. They could win a cup with or without McDumbass. They got a good coach, blah, blah, blah. But the LA Kings are a different beast. They're a very gullible team that will give up draft picks, you guys, quite frankly. They would. See if there's any ghosts outside. They're never out here. Sometimes by the tree. They just don't do the outside. They don't do the outdoors. I've walked outside, you guys, with this app. And actually found some out in parking lots and stuff. They're kind of hanging out. But McDumbass going to the LA Kings. Okay, so this is a whole different beast. But these are really the only two teams he's going to. I don't think he's going to the Leafs or the Rangers. But, oh, wow, the ghost disappeared. Look at that. Sharky, I didn't disappear. I'm still here somewhere. I like your story. He's like, keep going, Sharky. But what is he doing? What? The heck is he doing? Oh, he's sitting there. He's like sitting. Cause a trip. Dude, that was a trip. What was he doing? He's gone. I don't know where he went, you guys. But anyway, okay, so McDumbass going to LA Kings. Look at him. He's like, no, Sharky, I don't like hockey. I got to get this out, you guys, off my chest. Okay, so the LA Kings, a perennial Hollywood. You remember when Gretzky went to the LA Kings, you guys, in 1988. The hockey purists, analysts, perennial geniuses, writers knew it was stupid, it was bad, it was dumb. They never won a cup with 99, you guys. They came close in 93, but look at the ghost. He's like, Shark, now you've had to bring up 93. The ghost is like a Canadians fan. But they should have won 93. Now, a lot of you remember McSorely stick incident. Yeah, that did it, you guys. That was like a ghost. It was the bad luck momentum changer. Weirdly, though, the defeats were the two defeats in LA and the defeat where McSorley stick happened. They were all overtime defeats. So I couldn't really say Canadians just had super incredible momentum, but they kind of did. And then once the McSorley stick thing happened, it was over. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. And that was the closest the LA Kings ever came to a cup with 99. And it was a lot of disappointment, 8 years of it. Then he finally left. He went to St. Louis Blues and Rangers and all that. And that was it. He never won another cup after 1988 with the Oilers. But the Oilers won one more in 1990. Not Gretzky, though. You notice that. The Gretzky trade produced one cup for the Oilers, not for the LA Kings. Maybe, you guys, looking back now, 2020 hindsight, in 1988, perhaps the LA Kings should have traded for Mark Messier. That would have been better. If you notice, the Rangers got all the good Oilers, and the Kings got, Charlie Huddy and McSorley and all that. But that's a whole nother video, you guys. The Ghost is like, Sharky, I just care about the Reese's for now. But, okay, so 99. You saw how that didn't go well for either. The Oilers fans got kind of mad, but they didn't know. It was kind of a good trade because they won a cup, even though they lost 99. And the LA Kings won absolutely nothing, and neither did the Rangers, Blues, but the NHL, it was good for it in general. It expanded. You had the Anaheim Ducks, San Jose Sharks, and all that, and it was great for hockey. Now, McDumbass, 2025, going to the LA Kings, will do the same thing, things, plural, for hockey. Everyone in LA will be at Staples Center or Crypto.com Arena, whatever they call it now. They'll all be like at the games every night. The LA Kings will replace the Lakers again and the Clippers as, and even the LA Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. Everyone will be in LA. You'll have the fucking ghost of Ronald Reagan at the game. Everyone will be there, you guys. Connor McDumbass, the great number 97, and the LA Kings. Well, let me tell you guys right now what's going to happen with this. I, Clark the Shark, and this ghost, we're both pretty smart. He knows about Reese's. I know about hockey. The LA Kings would probably give up Adrian Kempe. Who's the other dude? Quentin, whatever his name is, the black dude, and some other good guys. They'll probably give up 4 young guys that are 23, 22, 24 years old. The LA Kings, very young team, very good. And they'll give up 3 or 4 draft picks and probably $50 million to get Connor McDumbass in an LA Kings uniform. Now, will the LA Kings be good next season, 25, 20, 26, with Connor McDumbass on the team? Maybe. It depends on how many of these young guys they can keep. But I think they're going to get depleted both in terms of their young core of their team. Adrian Kempe, those other guys, and the draft picks and the cash. They'll be depleted to get Connor McDumbass. So will the Kings win the cup next year? My short answer is no. Could the Kings win the cup next year without Connor McDumbass? It's possible. The team next year, I don't think the Oilers are going to be good, even if they have McDumbass and all that. I think the LA Kings will be good with the core, the young nucleus of talent. They almost, dude, this year, they should have beat the Oilers in round one. They were up 2-0. They completely smoked them, at Staples Center. And they blew the games in Edmonton. Otherwise, McDumbass would never have gone to the finals this year. Probably would have been the LA Kings or the Dallas Stars, or it wouldn't have mattered. They would have both been beaten by Paul Maurice and the Panthers. But I'm here to talk about McDumbass going to the LA Kings. Will the Kings win the Cup 25-26? No. How about 26-27? No. McDumbass is getting older. And now the Kings are bringing veterans over from other NHL teams. They want to play with McDumbass. The problem is the Kings' salary cap is bloated to the point where it's puking. They have no money. They can't sign anyone. It's a little bit like Gretzky years with that trade with Edmonton. It'll make hockey great. All around the NHL, the buzz is the LA Queens with McDumbass. Okay, so yeah. Will they ever win a cup with McDumbass? I think there will be someday, like in 2032 or 2031. Right now is what, 2025? I think 6 years from now, deep into his tenure with the LA Queens, McDumbass will either come close to winning a cup or win a cup. But it will be a very hard-fought, painful cup someday. But I'm going to show you the future right now, the Swami, the clairvoyant seer, me, Clark the Shark, who sees the future. McDumbass will never win a cup with Edmonton now. That team's going to get depleted next year. He could win many cups with the Florida Panthers and Paul Maurice, but he will be like Kevin Durant, and they will say these aren't real cups. They will have an asterisk like Roger Maris. If he goes to the LA Kings, it'll be just like Edmonton. He will not win any cups. But hockey will grow. And who knows? So there may be a team in San Diego. There may be a team in Long Beach. There may be a team in Santa Barbara. Who knows? Another team in Arizona. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. If McDumbass goes to the LA Kings. So how could the LA Kings win a cup with McDumbass? They will be so depleted financially in getting him on the team that they're going to have to bring in Charlie Huddy and Grant Fuhr and ghosts of Larry Robinson. And then, dude, they won't win a cup. In 2033, they'll get to the Stanley Cup Finals. There will be another McSorely stick incident, something like it, and they won't win a cup with McDumbass. And that's the wrap, and that's the truth right here on the Clark the Shit Show. And me and this ghost bid you adieu.